Welcome to the New World Order.
All right, folks, we are live. It's the Info Warrior with Jason Bermas. We're going to be taking your calls, going through a news blitz, and, of course, covering the second half of Glenn Beck's quote-unquote debunking of the FEMA camps. Now, I guess I was spot on yesterday. It was not a Eurasian FEMA camp they were showing. It was, in fact, a North Korean FEMA camp. And the reason I picked up on the North Korean thing at the very end is because now North Korea is being demonized for this missile testing, and now Iran is supposedly working with us in the war on terror. And although they've demonized Pakistan somewhat, they're also supposedly working with us. So to me, for them to go out there and basically try to, first of all, it's about an 8-minute segment, and they showed two examples of what they're debunking for about 30 seconds each, and then the rest is just a rip fest on 9/11 truthers and the conspiracy mindset. We believe what we want to believe. No, Glenn Beck. No, we don't believe what we want to believe. I'm in a place called reality. I'm not fooled by people who have bad smiles and expensive suits attached with lies. All right, that doesn't necessarily make you correct because you're wearing a more expensive suit than I am. If you didn't notice, I'm wearing a hooded sweatshirt. I don't care about your suit. I don't care about your stupid TV show. And then he goes on to say that people have accused him of being the architect of the 9/11 cover-up for the media. Well, he knows damn well what he's doing. Is he the architect? No. He's another talking head that refuses to look at any information outside of his box. He accuses us of not looking at all the information. Bull. Did he go over the civilian labor program? No, he didn't. He didn't mention it. Did he go over Rex 84? No, he didn't. He didn't mention it. Instead, they did exactly what Jones said they were going to do in the second half. They show a training facility for the National Guard. Well, good for you. No kidding. The National Guard trains? Really? In this country? I can't believe it. That doesn't mean there's no FEMA camps. Okay, that doesn't mean there's not plastic coffin liners all over the place. That doesn't mean that they're not setting up mass graves. That doesn't mean that the document that was sent to us from 2007, right here, from the state of New York cemeteries, actually it's from the state of New York Department of State to the Division of Cemeteries, asking people if they can fit mass casualties. All right? So him and Jim Meigs have like a little girly giggle fest for about, I don't know, it's about 8 minutes long. It's totally and completely disgusting. Everything they say is a lie. They immediately put up the Edge of Insanity man with his bleeding eyes and smoke coming out of his ears. I mean, give me a break. Who is this working on? Third graders? Is it third graders that are falling for this, Glenn? Because it's not me. You can sit there and you can ridicule our movements. You can ridicule our quote-unquote belief systems. One of the things that really made me disgusted was like, James Meigs, it's called reporting. That's what it's called, Glenn. It's called reporting. First of all, Jimmy Meigs didn't go anywhere for this. He sent one film crew to one establishment that they knew was set up to fix trains. They didn't do a crack research. They didn't go to camp after camp after camp and show up unannounced. No. Government propaganda at its fullest form, folks. We're going to come back with that clip, and we're going to analyze it. We're going to take your calls. It's 866-582-9933. It's the Info Warrior with Jason Bermas, PrisonPlanet.tv, Infowars.com. Folks, we are back. It's the Info Warrior with Jason Bermas. I want to head right into this Glenn Beck clip and really just, let the cats know that this guy is not only disingenuous scum, he doesn't even debunk any. If they were really, really going to debunk, it would be 10 minutes of hardcore news on both segments saying this is wrong and this is wrong and this is wrong and this is wrong. Instead, they take some satellite photo from someone else's website that he took a satellite image of North Korean FEMA camps, and then he marked it Wyoming and put a Homeland Security logo on it. Now, of course, InfoWars has never printed this. They've never put it on their website. We've never advocated that those were real. It's all straw men. It's unbelievable. All right, let's hit the clip. Jaron, we got it? Let's do it.
Well, yesterday we talked about debunking conspiracy theories, or that's what I'd have you believe, including internet myths about FEMA camps. With me again is James Meggs. He is the editor-in-chief, Popular Mechanics, who did an incredible job writing the definitive debunking of the 9/11 conspiracy theories, and he's here. Now, last we left our episode, I bring up the picture of, where is this, Wyoming? Bring up the picture of Wyoming that I left with yesterday. There it is. Look at that. It's a FEMA camp. And I asked Jim, yes or no, is that a concentration camp?
And in fact, it is.
Is it, yes or no, sir, run by the government?
Apparently so.
Okay. Are there atrocities that we know of going on right now in that concentration camp?
There's every reason to think so.
Okay. So here's where it all falls apart. Wyoming, huh?
Well, there's one detail that the conspiracy theorists leave out. Those are satellite images of a concentration camp in North Korea.
Could we put side by side, please? There's the Wyoming. Put side by side. There's the actual picture, right? And here they are side by side.
All right, cut the clip for a second. Hit pause. All right, people. All right, first of all, he's smiling and snickering the entire time. Like it's funny that we put people in camps in this world. Oh, it's hilarious. Yeah, a whole family in North Korea over there. I mean, they are working to the bone, and really, I don't think they're going to survive much longer. That's hilarious. Let's snicker about it, Glenn. And then Glenn puts his little, or I would have you believe. Glenn Beck needs a backhanding, okay? He needs to be slapped silly, and he needs the documents thrown in his grill. Folks, he's not debunking anything. Anybody can take a satellite image from somewhere else, okay, put a new logo on it, and then claim that everybody believes that this Wyoming FEMA camp, which they say FEMA camp, it's a concentration camp in North Korea, and it had a Homeland Security thing on it that someone else put there. It's never been published in any respectable newspaper. It's never been published in a magazine. It's never been published on Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.tv, TruthNews.us. We've never supported this. When Alex Jones went through his debunking of the FEMA camps, with this documentation, you will note that there are no fake satellite photographs in this stack of information. But you know what? Let's show a fake satellite picture, and let's spend 5 minutes on it, and let's snicker about people who believe that these camps exist in the United States. It's disgusting. Continue.
One of them talks about what this concentration camp is, and what is Koyohaso?
Right, and it's this is a part of a report done by a human rights group that's focused on human rights violations in North Korea. Somebody went in and pulled these photos off their website, slapped a Department of Homeland Security logo on it, and claimed that these are on American soil.
Okay, show me the pictures of, I think this is Camp Grayling. Do we have the picture of the watchtowers? This is pretty spooky. This is where Americans are currently being held, I believe they're saying.
Well, people say all kinds of things, and these pictures have been floating around the internet for more than 10 years.
Okay.
In fact, Camp Grayling is the largest National Guard training facility in the U.S. They train Army, Navy, Marines, and one of the groups they train is military police. And in fact, one of the functions they train them for is handling prisoners of war in a battle zone like Iraq.
Okay.
So that's what that facility is intended for.
All right. So James, here's what I.
Let's stop it for another second. Again, we know that the National Guard needs training facilities. We're aware. We never, in any of these documents, said that Grayling was a FEMA center. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. If you're going to tell me that concentration camps don't exist in the United States, where did they put the Japanese in World War II? Where was that? What, was it an imaginary funland under a rainbow with dancing leprechauns? I mean, give me a break. But where was it? I am at a loss. All right, here's an article from December 2006. Bush to preserve World War II internment camps. Oh, look at that. It wasn't a happy fun camp. It wasn't a spa. It was an internment camp where they kept the Japanese. All right, now if these places don't exist and they never plan on using them again, Why would he sign into law a $38 million grant to preserve these internment camps? Yeah, 38 mil still ain't chump change. I'm pretty sure you give me 38 mil, I might be able to sprout up a few camps. Just me, little old me. I could probably handle it. You give me the 38 mil, I can make some calls. I can make a camp too. They don't even have to make it. They just have to preserve them. All right? And then another thing that we have covered on this program, it's called reality. Reality. KBR awarded Homeland Security contract worth up to $385 million. And of course, it's to set up these facilities. So there's 38, there's 385 million. It's almost $500 million publicly since 2006. This is from January 2006. In 2 cases. $500 million. What do you think they're doing with this money? They're not building them? They're not maintaining them?